there. I think I'm good to go. I got volume. Hold on. I don't have desktop volume on here, so y'all are not hearing my music. Just a second here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out how to get it so y'all can where my speakers went for here. There we go. You want that. I want it active. No idea why they put that as an inactive, and of course. I have no idea how to add this thing. There we go. I think I might have found it. Give me just a second here. Paste. There it is. Oh, hi, Ritzy. You okay? Ritzy decided to come say hi. All right, so you should be getting volume. I am going to turn it down just a little. So just want it lightly in the background. If you can't hear it, then I'm sorry. I just like having a little bit of noise in the background. All right, so let's go ahead and get started here. Sorry, I didn't realize the speaker was not set up correctly. All right, so I am working on my baby blanket. I really want to get this finished. I got quite a bit done yesterday, and the smaller it gets, the quicker the rounds go. And I've changed up the view a little bit. I've put another camera up to show the other section of my hands, because sometimes my main hand might end up out of the way, and I'm hoping maybe to work around that way that doesn't happen, so you can always see my hands. So that's the goal. If it's too much of an agitation or if it bothers, we can definitely just turn it off the other camera. All right, so last time I was working, we were increasing rows. This time I am decreasing rows. I hope everybody is having a good week. My week is almost over. Yesterday was a very, very rough day. Power went out for us at 3 a.m. and it did not come back on till 8. I did a YouTube video to show all my whips in progress on my cross stitch and everything, and do a giveaway. And I had to redo it 3 times, and even the final time that I did it, the volume was low. So I don't know. I'm at a loss on that. We will see. I think I've got the volume fixed. It was really low. I sat there, the first time I made the video, I had no microphone at all. I did the whole thing, talked for like 20, I think it was about 30 minutes. No sound at all. I was like, what the heck? Didn't realize it till after I went back to listen to the video. It's like, okay. So, and I did this just before my work hour, so I wasn't able to recreate the video. So I tried creating it at lunch. Had a little bit of a issue with like the volume was working, but it had a weird, strange noise in the background. But during the initial listen through, it wasn't that bad. By the time I got it uploaded onto YouTube, it was like robotic sounding and horrible. Like, could almost barely understand what I was saying. So I deleted that one and made it again. I'm holding this. Where is my end? There's my end. There we go. Untwist my cord. It was bothering me. So yeah, I had to record it a 3rd time. And the volume was really low. Was it horrible? Like, no distortion in the voice, but there's just areas that the volume is just too low. So I spent most of my morning adjusting volumes on my microphone, just trying to get it at the right sound without too much background noise, like the weird humming noise microphones tend to give you, because I have depending on your microphone or whatever. So hopefully the next video I do won't be so bad. I know I'm doing the Twitch today. I don't have any plans for anything tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, I think I'm just going to relax. Because when I do the videos, I end up getting up around 6 so that I can try to get the video going by 6:30. Now yesterday I didn't get up before till 8 because there was no power, so there was no sense in getting up out of bed. Yesterday was a real hard school day for my son because with no power last night, he didn't go to bed till around 5 or 6 yesterday morning. So trying to get him up at 8 was like not possible. I did get him up a little bit around noon because he does online classes. He does classes from 8:30 until 1:30, I think. I'm not. I think get time off for lunch, but it's basically classes until 1:30 or 1:50. So no, it's 1:30. I think. I don't remember. I'm always working, and he just comes tells me he's heading off. He's pretty good about being in his classes most times, just if his sleep schedule gets off, which with his sleep schedule getting off yesterday, today is going to be another rough day because I'm pretty sure he didn't get to sleep till almost 4 because he kept falling asleep yesterday. I kept waking him up, but yeah. Let's see. Hopefully I'm not too loud on the volume on the microphone. Hopefully you can hear me. That would really, really suck if my volume is too low. I know the first time I did a Twitch video, halfway through the volume, I lost my microphone halfway through the video. So that was fun. I don't know. I might have to start doing my Twitch in the afternoons to see if I can get a few more views, because it is kind of early, and I don't think many people are here. I am going to try to do a video, like a live on YouTube around this time and see how that goes. YouTube, I don't know if it's more active in the morning or not. I know a lot of the people that I watch and follow, their time frames, like they're overseas, other states. So I am not doing right. Hold on. Oh yeah, I am. Yeah. So we'll do 2. Then we'll combine these 2. No, I know what I'm doing wrong. Ha ha ha. Alright, so I was right here. Now this is 2. Flip over. Now 2. There we go. There we go. Now we're back on track. 1, 2, 3. There's 4, and I got a decrease plus the increase, so I have to decrease twice. This camera in front of me just it's not in a good angle. And every time I move it, it just doesn't seem to want to go to the right angle. I hope I have enough yarn to make a beanie out of this as well, but if I don't, luckily, I did get this at Joann's. So I should be able to go get another batch of it. But if I do that, I would probably make beanies for the whole family. Even though I'm not very fast at making beanies. But I probably would make them with the larger needles instead of like the one I'm making for my middle daughter. I think I'm using size 5 needles, knitting needles for her project. Now for the baby beanie, I plan on using smaller needles because I think it needs, it would be better. I don't think a baby beanie out of these size needles would be any good. Not in my opinion. Now for the parents' beanies, yeah, I could see that. Might look and see about mittens as well. I haven't tried to do mittens before. Might see if I can find a mitten pattern. Do baby mittens. They wouldn't be able to use the mittens as long as they, I hope they can for the blanket, because like I said, I am making the blanket on the larger side. I don't know. To me, it feels like it's going to be bigger than a normal baby blanket. Baby blankets normally range about 30 inches wide and long. I'm not sure how much larger this is going to be, but I did make it a little on the bigger side so that they can use it past baby age. Because a lot of times, when they hit about toddler size, baby blankets just don't do much for them anymore. I have to reach out to my cousin and see how she's doing. Oops, don't do that. Yeah, so make sure she's doing good. I know the baby is due in March, so time is coming up quick. It's one of the reasons why I really want to get the baby blanket done, because that is my, main gift to them is the baby blanket. The other stuff is just kind of filler. I also have a cross stitch to what we call a baby sampler to do. So I'll probably start that next month, maybe December. Depends on if I can finish how far I get with my rainbow dog pattern that I'm working, and that one is a Christmas present this year as well, so I'm about halfway done with it. I will say I have mostly been knitting here recently, but it's just, I don't know, I've been kind of obsessed with the blanket. It's what I've been working on almost all this week. It's 90% of what I've been working on. That and the beanie. I think it's because they're close to being finished. So I kind of want to finish them. To have a few more finishes under my belt, I guess. I think this is the best way to put it. Because as of right now, I have 3 finishes for knitting, which is a dishcloth, a scarf, and a pair of socks. The scarf was just a plain Jane stitch, just a regular knitting stitch, just so that I could get the hang of knitting. Let's see, what is the other thing? The washcloth was basically this design. It had the holes on the edge, but there are many places in that washcloth that does not have the little hole that should be there. I totally messed that washcloth up, but oh well. That is all good. And then I completed a pair of socks. which I really like those. Those turned out really well. My daughter took them and has it like, I think she has almost wore them almost every other day. She mainly wears them for house socks. You know, she doesn't really wear them to very many places. And so we'll see how those hold up. No idea on how those are going to hold up. You know, I was hanging out and Twitch yesterday, and it's amazing to see how awesome the crafting community can be. They sit there and this lady, they had been streaming, you know, trying to hit affiliate. We joined them, or I joined them. She only had like 6 followers. And they were able to get, like, with a help from another community, a larger community that likes to help promote smaller channels. They were to help get her to the 50 followers that she needs. Now she just needs to get her hours in and the view count up, which should be pretty able to do, not too hard, because quite a few of us are pitching in and keeping an eye out for when she goes live so that we can join to help get her to the, I think it's 3 viewers average. So that was really cool. Reminds me of back when I was fighting to get affiliate back in 2018. A guy, my friend I still talk to today, he's the one who actually helped me get my affiliate status. He sit there and like got people to come join, like follow me, so I could hit my 50 followers, and then he got helped get my view count up as well. So what would have, you know, normally have taken me a lot longer, you know, and I wasn't crafting back then. I was playing video games. So truthfully, to find that in the gaming section was kind of, you know, unique, because gamers tend to be mean. They don't like competition. You know, they're very competitive. You know, it's like, don't share your info here. You know, don't even let me know you're a streamer type thing. You'll take my views. My thing is, it's like, I've always been the type, oh, you stream? Cool, here, have a shout out. The only time I have an issue with it is if you come into my stream to go, like, purposely come in just to say, hey, I'm going live. Anybody want to come join me? Then it's kind of like, wait a minute here. But if I know, you know, you normally go live at a certain time and whatnot, and you pop in my stream and then say you're heading out to go do your thing, then I'll definitely give you a, you know, it's a whole nother thing there. You know, you come in the stream to do more than just to try to take, viewers. And that's perfectly fine. Got a Ritzy sleeping in front of me. She's a cutie pie. She doesn't always come up here. Ritzy actually stays down in the living room more than anywhere else. Our cat Reese stays 90% of the time in my son's room, mainly because our cat Aries does not like Reese's and will literally pin her in a corner more times than not. But Reese's has always been the smallest of the 4 cats we have. But Reese's isn't as small anymore. She's getting bigger, but she's only about a year old. I think they're a year and a half now, maybe. Our 2 older cats, they're going on 2.5 years now. So they're nice, big, fat, hefty little turds. Like, I picked Simon up and he takes up half my body length. And he's a fat boy. I call him fat boy all the time. My son laughs at me. I've given the cats all nicknames or attachments to their names. For as long as I can remember, I've been calling my cat Simon. I call him Simon Byman. Not sure why, I just do. Aries is Aries Berries. Ritzy is Ritzy Bitsy. And Reese's is Reese's Pieces. My son has always looked at me like I'm crazy. It's like, why do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. Why do you jump in place all day? My son is super ADHD with autistic tendencies. He's on low on the totem for autism. He has a few little quirks and stuff like that. He doesn't understand the same things everybody else normally does. He, when he speaks real low, and then when he speaks real fast. He does have a tendency of mumbling, especially if he's unsure or anxious. He'll talk real low, real fast, and most people cannot understand what he's saying. His speech teacher is trying to get him to speak slower. And it's like, yeah, not gonna happen. So, yeah. Trying to make sure I stay completely on screen for you guys for the knitting here, because I know once I get the video get done here, I do post this over on my YouTube video, which I do have a link below with my YouTube link. Excuse me. I do post over there. Probably be getting ads here in just a second. post over there all my Twitch videos. And I also do lives over there, mostly cross stitch though. I do plan to do a couple of knitting videos over there just to see, if they get any views or not. I think next week I'm gonna try to do a later video in the evening time on Twitch. See if that is any better. If not, oh well. I'll just sit here and knit and talk to myself. Be exactly like my YouTube videos when I cross stitch and make stitch with me's. Instead, I'll be making knit with me's. Because like I said, I do go, it's one of the reasons why back when I used to go on Twitch, I had a hard time keeping the conversation going. Like if there was nobody in the room, I would just sit here in silence. Since I started making the YouTube videos, the Stitch With Me's, I have gotten better about talking nonsense, just whatever. I don't have any particular goals when I start. I used to try to put notes on what to talk about when I first started, but I wasn't very good. I would like make the notes and then I'd go through the notes within the first 20 minutes of the video going, okay, well, now what? Now what do I need to talk about? Now we are getting at alrighty, the ad is over, yay! I do like the way they do the ads nowadays, where they pull the ad into the main screen, but leave your camera, like leave you visible in the corner. I like that a lot better because you can still see, might not be able to hear what the person is saying, but you can still see what they're doing. So that's kind of cool. I do like that factor. I try not to have my ads, roll too often. I do like rolling them so that they're, don't do the pre-roll ad. So like when somebody joins in, they don't have to sit through an ad. Oops. Don't do that. All right. Now we're doing the 2. There we go. Roll. And again. It did not catch. I was trying to split it. Well, I'm trying not to split it, but it was trying to split. There we go. Something's not right here. Oh, my loop disappeared on me. I was like, something was not right. I did not have enough loops. There we go. That's right. Like, I enjoy watching people knit. I like watching people cross stitch as well. Those are my 2 things. I don't watch as much crochet. I watch a few crochets, but it's not, I don't know. I have no interest in crochet. I don't mind people talking about crochet. Like, I have a few YouTube channels where, you know, they crochet, but they talk about all kinds of other things. So I watch those. But I do tend to look over a lot of the crochet channels initially. Now, if I don't find anything like any knitting, then I'll go and watch crochet. But I do go through trying to find knitting before I go to any crochet channels. Ow. Ah. There we go. Does not feel like it's Halloween this weekend. Doesn't feel like October at all. I know it's October, but just it doesn't feel like it's late enough in the year for October. Like, where did the year go? It's like, what? Next month is Thanksgiving? What? October's not that big of a deal for us anymore because, you know, my kids really don't do the trick-or-treating. My youngest is 15 and he has no interest in going anywhere. He's his only friends is the ones that he has in his video games. And he's the one that's autistic, so he doesn't really do loud noises. So if we did go trick-or-treating, I wouldn't be able to go into a busy area with a bunch of kids. Plus, he wouldn't even know what to go for as Halloween. But, you know, he was never interested in Halloween. Like, he didn't mind the candy, but he really did not care for going door to door. He'd do 1 or 2 doors, and then he was like, okay, can we go home now? my oldest two were more into the trick-or-treating, but they always tend to find friends that they're like, oh, can we go over here instead? So they would do that a lot. But in the last few years, the only one who did any trick-or-treating was my middle daughter. She'd go over with friends. This year she has to work, so she's not too, she's like, Halloween is just another day. She has to go to work. They do get Thanksgiving off, so we're happy about that. I do work Thanksgiving, but I work from home, and I've been at the job for 3 years now. And Thanksgivings are very, very, very slow days. And the difference this year is they upgraded, not everybody yet, but they've upgraded a few of us to laptops. So I can actually take, like when I need to go cook food, I can take my laptop with me instead of having to worry about being at my desk to answer an interaction if we happen to get one. All right. Yeah, it is. And this year's a little different than normal too, because I am no longer, I got my promotion, so I am more supervising over everybody. So I will most likely not even be in the queue. I will just be keeping an eye out if anybody has any questions about anything. But the last time I worked Thanksgiving, let's see, I think I had like 3 emails in the whole 8-hour day. And 2 of those emails were just bounce overs from somebody else's email that they did something to. Because we have some automated things that come through, like the system sends out emails that we just need to create tickets for and send up. It's not anything that we actually need to do anything with. Hi, Simon. Hi. And Simon came in, so I had to give him pets. He lets me pet him for a minute and then he goes away. He's not very cuddly, but he does like to lay near me. But yeah. So the holiday months, our call volume actually goes down real low. So it's gonna be really, like, I'm looking forward to seeing what I'm actually going to be doing during the holiday season. Being in the new shift and the new promotion. The new shift kind of sucks because beforehand I was getting off work at 3:30. Now I don't get off work till 6, so, but it's all good. At least I don't have to worry about driving home. That is a bonus. I know next week there will be no Thursday stream. I have to go to work. I have to go into the actual office on the 2nd and 3rd next week. So, and then I have an appointment on the 4th for my middle daughter, or my oldest kid. So there will be, no makeup stream or nothing like that. I might try to do one on the weekend. We'll see. I don't want to make it. All depends on how I feel. Oh, wait. Let's see. I know we actually have plans for Halloween this year. We're going to go out with friends. Me and my husband have decided we're basically going to dress up as vampires. He wears all black all the time. So he's just going to grab some of his, normal clothes, and we done got the vampire teeth that we're going to use, and my middle daughter bought the face paint to give us the white face of a vampire, type thing, I think. I don't know, we'll see. I haven't decided if I'm going to actually paint my face white or not. I don't like makeup of any kind on my face. But
don't be afraid to borrow.
We bought these. They are retractable. Don't do that.
Just snatch them all up.
Come on. I haven't set them to my mouth yet. I plan on doing that probably tomorrow. Oh, come on. Get in there. It only fits in this thing a certain way, and I always get confused on which way they go, but they're retractable. Like, you can
That's one of the reasons why I
bring them up and down.
is because I don't have a problem with reusing.
I use those. I don't like this. We're going to go next track. There we go. So, yeah. I don't know quite what I'm going to wear my vampire look, but we'll figure it out. Yeah, don't do that. Choo-choo. Keep missing my yarn. Alright. Yeah, I was off Twitch for a very long time. I don't think, like, I quit watching and getting on Twitch back in 2021, like August. I think I streamed one time in August 2021. And then I didn't even watch Twitch. It was just there. I like never even looked at it. But then again, on the shift that I was on, normally the people that I would watch at the time, you know, weren't on when I could watch. Like by the time they were getting on was our busy time at work. Because I really don't watch Twitch until closer to 1 to 2 in the afternoon now. Where before, I was getting ready to go home. Yeah, I was like, my day's almost done, and I was planning for what I was doing after work and whatever. So now, around 2, I still have about 4 or 5 hours left. So I tend to pop over on Twitch and have somebody on there and talk with them a little bit. Most of my morning when I'm working, I watch till about 12:30, 1 o'clock, I watch YouTube. Watch all my people that I've got subscribed over there, which it ranges from, hi Aries, it ranges from watching people like knitting podcasts to other people's cross stitch progress. Please tell me if you absolutely do not like the dual camera. Like I said, this is going on my YouTube channel, so if you're watching this on YouTube and you do not like the dual camera, please let me know. I was just thinking possibly getting multiple angles of the way I'm knitting. I totally understand if it is not working. The angle is not as good as I would like, but I think it's a good angle, give or take. What are you two doing? Wandering under my feet. I got Aries under my feet, licking my toes. And then Simon's just kind of wandering around. Oops. Sorry about that. It's coming along. Slowly but surely, it is getting smaller. Like I said, I really think I can have this done by next week. Sooner if I keep working on it the way I've been working on it, but I'm not counting on that. I know next week when I work in the office, I'm taking my scarf with me, and I'm thinking 1 pair of the socks with me. I don't want to take a whole lot with me, but I I do want to take something I want to take something simple to knit on, and then I want to take one with a pattern. So I'm also going to take one of my cross stitch pieces with me, which I've taken cross stitch to the office before. This will be the first time I take any kind of knitting with me. So we'll see how that works out. Like I said, I don't know. It should be all right. My office is, as long as you're not ignoring work, you can do little side crafts. You know, but now if we have people like coming through to walk through the floor, then everything put away and you're focused 100% on the computer. But if we don't have anybody coming, like any VIPs walking the floor, they don't normally mind if you have your craft sitting next to you to pick up if you have a moment or two to throw a stitch or two into it. So that's why I want to bring one of my simpler crafts. I'm not too sure, you know, the scarf is an actual pattern. I'm not sure how much I'll actually work on it. I might save it for breaks and lunch. They should be providing lunch, which the thing about it is they will provide lunch not long before my actual lunch. So I would be taking my lunch and eating it before my actual lunch. So during my lunch hour, I'm just gonna not have anything to do, so I can sit there and stitch for an hour. Should be able to get on YouTube or probably Twitch on my phone, because they block it at work. I wouldn't be able to access it at work. But I can access it on my phone and maybe watch somebody while I knit during my lunch hour. Untangle my cord. A little tangled. Oh, my back. Let's see. I've been sitting here for an hour. Okay, so we're going to take a quick break. I'm gonna get up, I'm gonna stretch. I'm gonna go ahead and roll ads so that by the time I get back, the ads are done. But I'm gonna go take a break real quick because like I said, I have been sitting here for about an hour, so I need to go stretch. My back is telling me all about it. So I'm gonna go stretch real quick. If y'all haven't gotten up and stretched, definitely get up and give it get a good stretch, and I will be right back. I'll be right back. Everything's good. I'm back. Right. Get everything set back up here. Get back into view. Alright, so I think I'm back into view. Alright. Alrighty, so let us get back to knitting on the blanket. Yay! I've got about maybe 30 minutes more. It's 7 o'clock now, or it's 7:57 now. So I've got till 8:30, and then I need to go because I gotta get my son up and moving, and then get everything ready to start my day for work. Go get ice, all that stuff. Get my stand set up with my cross stitch on it. I do like having my cross stitch set up so that if I want to throw a couple of stitches in throughout the day at work, I can. Alrighty. Let's see. I've noticed I can talk almost continuously for about an hour, and then I tend to lose my momentum on talking. It's probably why I don't do my stitch with me's for too much longer than an hour, right at an hour normally. So. I don't know. I'm really looking forward to getting this finished. I might focus on this blanket till it's done. I don't know. We'll see where I'm at when I finish my stitches. I know the main length of it, when I finally counted the last time, before I started decreasing, was 110 stitches. So I know decreasing takes a lot less time because it's like the rows just get shorter and shorter and shorter and shorter. I know it's only shortening down by like 1 stitch, but it still seems to go faster than when you're increasing. Sorry, I heard the cat getting into something behind me, so I had to check them real quick, make sure what they were getting into. They don't normally get into my cross stitch stuff or my, most of the time, since I've put my yarn in a container, they don't touch my yarn. But I've had them get into it before, so. It's one of the reasons my cross stitch now hangs on the wall behind me. Oh, don't do that. There we go. Ah. There we go. Oh, dear. Sorry, I'm not talking. I apologize. Just relaxing, listening to the music. I don't really have too much more to talk about. I know today I'm taking my son to go get his eyes checked to see if they're any worse or better. My oldest daughter got prescribed new glasses. They're supposed to have been wearing glasses, but they never put them on, and their vision, I guess in their opinion, wasn't that bad. And then they would go too long without wearing them, and then they'd start trying to wear them, and the glasses would just give them a headache because the prescription was off because she strained her eyes. Now, with her new prescription, she always has to wear her glasses at all times. Anytime I see them without them, I go and tell her to go get them. My son always has to have his glasses because he can't see without them, and my middle daughter has to have her glasses because she can't see without them. My husband has to have glasses all the time. So they get their, well, I can't say that because out of my side of the family, my mom is almost blind as a bat. My dad is blind as a bat. My dad has to wear glasses all the time, and all my siblings have to wear glasses. I wear glasses, but it's not because of my vision. My vision itself is almost 20/20. I think it's off by like 0.5. But I have stigmatisms in both eyes that cause issues. that cause things to blur on me. It's not so bad when I'm just doing normal things, but like if I try to read or focus on my cross stitch, my eyes tend to get tired and start hurting. So anytime I cross stitch, I always wear my glasses. I haven't noticed any issues with knitting. I think it's because I'm not trying to focus on anything itty bitty. And truthfully, knitting to me is more, it's not a really strong focus point. I do watch what I'm knitting. I'm not able to knit and not look at what I'm doing. At least not yet. I'm always terrified I'm going to be grabbing the wrong stitch or not doing the stitch all the way. I was watching a couple of podcasts and they were talking about walking and knitting. I was like, what? How do you walk and knit? It just, wow. I think that's amazing. I probably would just stare at somebody and be like, oh my Lord. I have people stare at me when I take my knitting with me to doctor's appointments. They're just kind of like, what are you doing? Now, if I know the appointment's not going to be a very long appointment, I won't take one. Normally, I'll just, go on my phone and do all that stuff. Do the normal waiting thing where you're scrolling your phone or reading a book on your phone. But I used to take my cross stitch with me. Like I'd have a little hand cross stitch that I could carry around. I'd take those with me. My husband had to go in for a procedure and it was going to take right about 4 or 5 hours. I brought my stand. I had a little lap stand. I brought a lap stand and sit there and cross stitch while he was having the procedure done. The looks you get when you take your craft with you. It's not as uncommon as it was, but you find more and more people who do the craft, cross stitch, knitting. I run across quite a lot of people that are like, oh, I used to knit. My mom taught me. Yeah, my mom taught me cross stitch or crochet, but I was not very good at it. I could do one stitch. I could do one thing. I could make granny blankets, granny squares. The double stitch or something like that. I could do that one all right. Continue around and around and around in the square. I didn't like making actual granny squares and then trying to sew them together. No, I would just take the one square and just continue to make it bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That was what I would do continuously. That would be the only way I would do any cross stitch or any crochet. I tried other patterns and other things, but I could never get the yarn tension correct. Everything always looked wrong and off, and a lot of times I couldn't get the turn right. And that was before the origami stuff really hit off too, back when I was learning to knit or to cross stitch. I do remember my mom having a knitted blanket project, but she was like always so lost on it and not understanding, like struggling with it. It just didn't catch my interest enough to worry about it. Truthfully, it wasn't until I started watching cross stitch that I saw people talk about their knitting projects, and it's like, oh, knitting. I wonder if that's something I could do. So I've always liked the idea of, you know, knitted socks. I can't say that I've ever wore a knitted sweater, ever. I might have when I was younger, but I don't know that I've ever actually wore anything knitted. I don't have any interest in making jumpers or anything like that, anything for my top. Once I get better at things, I might look into a dress. I'm real big in dresses and skirts. Those are my absolute favorite. So I may look into making a knitted dress eventually. I know I want to make a knitted skirt. But I don't know about shirts of any kind, jumpers or anything like that. Not really been on my list of shirts. I don't know. Now I love shawls. Shawls are my go-through thing. Shoulder wraps. Like this blanket that I have on my lap at the moment, it has a cutout. It's like a wrap. It has a cutout for the neck so that you can wrap it over your shoulders, and it lays there really good instead of like a normal throw blanket. I use these things a lot at work because it's cold in the office. Even in the summertime, it's still cold in the office. So I'm looking forward to having a shoulder wrap that I can carry, that I've created, that I can take with me. That's kind of why I like the shoulder wrap that I'm making, because it's on the pattern on it is real, nice. So it's, in my opinion, it'll work for an office wrap because because we're business casual most days. So it will not stand out. I know once I go to work, I have a YouTube video I'm going to be watching. The Knit Along Twisted Shawl or whatever it is by Stefan West. He released his final clue today, and I kind of want to see what that's going to turn out to be. Like I've said, that is not a shawl that I would ever wear, but it is a very unique design. And I want to see what it ends up as. So I will be watching that video as soon as I clock in for work, as long as the call volume allows it. And I said, I would never wear it, so I will probably never make it. But doesn't mean I can't look at it and go, oh, that's so cool. All right, so we'll go another 15 minutes here. And then I will call it. I'm not sure if there's anybody streaming today that I know this morning. Maybe Sarah Nadia. I don't remember what her stream schedule is, really. She changed it here recently. Ah! Don't do that. Give me those back. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ooh-wee. When I get off here, I'll go raid. Hopefully, if I see somebody. If there's nobody I know on, I might not raid. I don't know. We'll see. Then I'm going to go make sure. I might go jump on the treadmill for about 10 minutes and then come up here and go to work. I've been trying to jump on the treadmill a little each day. Not a lot, just a little. Just to get a little bit of a workout in. Alrighty. I should get another row done before I have to call it, in my opinion. As long as nothing stops me. Because this is definitely getting a lot smaller and quicker to finish the rows. Uh-oh, don't do that. One more row. Yep, I'll have enough to do one more row. Or enough time to do one more row, and then we'll be calling it. There we go. Great. Move that over. Punch this up. Just pop my back a little bit. Okay. Get off here. Yeah. Don't do that. Alrighty, I'm almost done with this row, and then I'll stretch it out and see if we can see how large this is going to be. Because I don't have to, with as short as it is now, I don't have to worry about it accidentally being pulled off the needles. That's the reason I haven't stretched it out beforehand, is because I totally did not want to accidentally knock a loop or so off the needles. Because I had them pretty bunched up on the middle of the cord here. Hopefully I kept the needles in the view 90% of the time. I know in my last video, I kept getting out of view just a little bit. So I tried to make sure I didn't do that this time. So also the reason why I put the second camera there is unfortunately I do look at my knitting more than I look at the screen. So I glance up to make sure nobody's chatted, but there we go. I am done with that portion. All right, so we've gotten there. Let's go here. Wrap out a little bit. So yeah. So this is the width of it this way. This is gonna be the width of it this way. Whoops. So yeah, definitely be gonna be all right. Yep, it's gonna be cool. All right. Let us see if there's anybody. Okay, so Sarah Nadia is on. Is there anybody knitting right now? Oh, hi, Ritzy. You coming to say hi? Come on. She's like, no. You want to move this out of your way? You want to come down? Ritzy decided to come say hi. She hasn't decided yet if she's going to actually go in my lap or not. Nope, she's going to go around. What? Come on. What? You don't normally come say hi. What you doing, baby? This is Ritzy Bitsy. Oh, you gonna lay in my lap for a minute? Huh? Aw. I love you too, baby. What you doing? If I keep petting you, you'll stay? Is that what it is? Aw, alrighty. So let us continue over here, seeing if I can find somebody to raid. And she's gonna give us a show while I do this. She said since I wasn't stitching, then she would come sit in my lap, I guess. I don't know. Alright, so I'm not really... Maybe this one? I'm looking to see if anybody is knitting. I would like to go over to another knitter. I don't see one though. So we'll go back to Sarah Nadia. All right, so let's go over here and we are going to raid Sarah Nadia. We're gonna start the raid. I wanna say thank you for anybody that come in, hang out. If you're watching this video on YouTube, thank you for coming in. And Ritzy says she's done. Don't do that. No, she clicked button, sorry. So yeah, we're gonna go raid and we will, hopefully I will see you all next week. Bye everybody. I hope you'll have a great week, a great weekend, and a great Halloween. All right, we are heading out. Bye.
With magnets on them. So I've got a couple of little extra